Amul, the name India takes pride in, brings the most exotic delicacy to millions of Indians every day. Guess what?
Chocolates.
Yes, Amul chocolates. The mouth-watering, silky smooth chocolates, which Indians savor daily in many varieties.
I really wonder how the most exotic delicacy of the world is made.
Making chocolates is an art, and since 1974, Amul is serving a gift for someone you love, made in the world-class state-of-the-art processing plants.
Let's take a tour to understand how chocolates are made with love and care.
Since 1974, Amul chocolates are appeasing and pleasing everyone's taste and mood. Amul chocolates are made with high-quality ingredients. Dark chocolates, milk chocolates or nutty and fruity delicacies, we all love them.
Do you know Amul is the largest manufacturer of dark chocolates in India?
Dark or milk chocolates all add to the taste of many food items such as milkshakes, cakes, cookies and ice cream. And of course, one can go innovative in using them.
Do you know research to date supports that chocolate can be enjoyed as a part of a balanced, heart-healthy diet and lifestyle? Well, chocolate comes from a fruit tree and it's made from cocoa seeds.
Amul sources world-class cocoa from over a dozen countries in 3 continents: South America, Africa and Asia. Exotic cocoa from Brazil, Tanzania, Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico, Indonesia and many more countries makes the best ingredients used in these chocolates.
The journey of chocolates starts with the harvesting of cocoa trees. Cocoa tree's botanical name is Theobroma coco, literally means food of gods. Weather and agroclimatic conditions imbibe the best taste and flavor in the cocoa beans.
Next, from trees, ripened cocoa fruits are gently handpicked. These fruits, which are tough nuts, are broken and beans are separated from each cocoa fruit.
Now separated beans are fermented for 3 to 4 days in sacking. After fermentation, beans are sun-dried in the open for a few days.
Next, these dried beans are shipped to local cocoa factories for further processing.
Fermentation gives the right kind of taste in the raw cocoa.
Raw cocoa beans are poured into a silo from there. These move to a multi-stage roasting tower, where hot air roasts these beans for a certain period. Roasting makes perfect flavor and taste in cocoa beans.
The outer shell is removed and the inner mass is broken into cocoa nibs, which are passed through a series of sieves and sorted. This is called winnowing.
Now segregated beans move to a grinder. Here beans get transformed into a thick paste called cocoa liquor.
This cocoa liquor is now poured into molds and pressed at high pressure. This process removes cocoa butter from cocoa mass and round-shaped cocoa pressed plates, then ground into fine powder.
Next, this cocoa powder is mixed with a certain amount of cocoa butter and then turned into cocoa chips for shipment to chocolate factories around the world.
Let me share with you an interesting fact. There is a correlation between the amount of chocolate a country consumes on average and the number of Nobel laureates the country has produced.
Now at Amul plant, real chocolate making action starts. Let's see how Amul dark chocolates are made with cocoa butter, cocoa mass and sugar.
First, choco chips are poured into melting machines where high temperature melts the chips. At the same time, cocoa butter bricks are placed for melting. Now this melted cocoa butter and cocoa mass are stored in big steel tanks.
Sugar, being an integrated part of chocolate, needs careful handling. Sugar is poured in a big sieve to remove any foreign material present. From here, this moves to sugar silos.
All these ingredients go to the weighing silo. Then the ingredients are mixed in the continuous mixer. This automation reduces human handling. As per the production plan, different ingredients like milk powder, cocoa butter and cocoa powder or cocoa mass are controlled and sent to the mixing line.
A continuous mixture finely blended with required ingredients thoroughly is prepared. For example, in dark chocolate, only cocoa mass, cocoa butter and sugar are blended and mixed. To blend the ingredients uniformly, the mix flows into circular fins which mix and move it forward. A gentle eye keeps watching on the eye-catching flowing mix over a conveyor. Next, this mix is stored in a buffer tank through a pump.
Now this mixture goes to the refining station. Refining is the most important step to create a silky smooth texture. Refining is the process of reducing the particle sizes of both cocoa solids and sugar crystals in the finished chocolate. The goal is to have a particle size in the range of 18 to 22 microns.
Do you know our tongue loses its ability to determine texture and grittiness at around 30 microns? The blended mixture passes through the set of 3 refiners, namely 2 roll refiners, 10 roll refiners and ball mills for continuous refining of the chocolate mass. This process brings the chocolate mass mixture to desired smoothness level, which Amul chocolates are famous for. After all, Amul chocolates melt as soon as you keep them in your mouth.
That's right. In this process, temperature and moisture are controlled all through. Now, this thoroughly blended and refined mix passes through a vertical vibration sieve machine. This machine ensures there is no crystallization during the blending of the mix. If any is detected, the process stops then and there.
It's tempting to see so much mouth-watering flowing chocolate mix. However, the production process ensures you can only see it and never go near it.
I know. Now this mix moves to a set of conch. The process involves heating and mixing of the chocolate mix for a few hours. At this stage, minute quantity of lecithin, which is a kind of a vegetable sauce fat, is added. Lecithin is very important to chocolate because it reduces viscosity, improves the flowability of chocolate and can improve the shelf life as well. During conching, the chocolate is heated at higher temperatures to remove unwanted flavors.
Now from the conch, chocolate mixture is stored in silos to send to the molding station. However, before sending to molding station, the chocolate mix is sent to a tempering machine for recrystallization to provide smooth consistency.
The recipes for each variety of chocolates are programmed. Blended mix is stored in the chocolate tanks from where it flows continuously to the lines.
I am amazed to see there are so many complicated artistic stages in chocolate making.
Molding is the final procedure for chocolate processing. This step allows the blended mix to cool and harden into different shapes of the mold.
The automatic mold dispensers dispose the molding trays on the conveyor. Different size and shape chocolates have different molds. Every mold passes through a mold camera checking station. At vertical dispenser station, the tray is automatically placed in empty slots.
Next, these trays pass through heating and cleaning station where chocolate drops on the edges of the tray are removed.
Now these trays reach to rotary depositor station to get filled with precise quantity of chocolate mix. The mix is poured in the depositor from the tank and at the bottom a computerized control system pours through the nozzles in the moving molds. One by one, all trays wait in a queue to get filled. The whole process and station are glass covered and the station in charge keeps a continuous watch over the process.
Let me enrich your chocolate knowledge. Do you know cacao plants' leaves can move 90 degrees from horizontal to vertical to get sunlight and to protect the younger leaves? The cocoa grows into 6 to 7 inch pods and it takes 5 to 6 months to ripen.
Oh, that's amazing! Do you know it takes 400 cocoa beans to make 1 pound of chocolate and each cocoa tree produces approximately 2,500 beans?
Now the molding trays go through cooling chambers where the line supervisors ensure the right temperature for cooling to get perfect consistency and texture of the chocolates. These trays stay for a certain time on moving stack conveyor and chocolate gets cooled at a temperature of 4 to 8 degrees Celsius.
Next, as soon as the trays come out of the cooling chamber, a twister literally twists the trays to make chocolates free from them. Now, these trays are turned upside down over a moving conveyor. A hammer beats the trays from the top as well. Now here come the familiar chocolates that we have grown eating on a white milky conveyor.
I have never seen so many chocolates in my life at one place. Next, the chocolate bars have to go through a tough test. Yes, through the metal detectors. Once they get a go-ahead signal, they travel on the conveyor for a long walk forward.
Do you know it takes almost a full year for a cocoa tree to produce enough pods to make 10 standard-sized chocolate bars?
Oh, I didn't know that. Next, on a moving conveyor line, a buffer tower keeps these trays orderly in case there is some breakdown on the line and at the packing station. This helps in the earlier process of molding to continue smoothly and uninterrupted. You can say this is an intelligent process which is fully computer controlled.
Now from the tower, chocolate bars continue their journey towards the packing station where they get a complete makeover.
From the movement of bars over the conveyor, I can say that they don't look in a hurry. They are moving forward slowly.
Did you know the first chocolate bar was made in England?
Oh, I didn't know that. Next, the colorful wrapping papers are fed into the packing feeders. It's very interesting to watch them getting a dressy look. The folding machine folds them neatly so that the chocolates remain airtight. Once wrapped and sealed, these bars now march forward and pass through a sensory eye. Nothing can pass which is not perfectly wrapped.
Next, these bars are picked up by a robotic arm fitted with vacuum points and drops the bars in a moving pocket conveyor. Another machine picks up the outer packing paper, folds it and moves it parallel to the moving bars. In synchronized manner, gentle arms push the bars inside the paper box while they are on the run.
Now it is time to fold and gum the sides of the pack, and it is performed automatically. There is no human touch in the chocolates processing plant in Amul, which makes them absolutely safe and free from any kind of impurities.
While this happens, a laser printing machine codes each pack with batch and other details. After labeling and coding, they are stacked in determined numbers to get packed in the boxes of different sizes.
At this station, now these individually packed chocolate bars are automatically packed in bigger printed boxes. Gently, now box ends are folded and gummed and moved forward for a final carton packing.
Dark chocolates contain 55% cocoa-rich source of antioxidants. Yes, Amul chocolates are not only delicious but also brighten the mood. That's the reason we call them a gift for someone you love.
A supervisor ensures the smooth movement of the line. Carton packing of these packs ensures robust handling and transportation, so the end consumer gets perfect shaped chocolate in the best possible way. Now the boxes go to the temperature-controlled storage section by a lift conveyor. Let's see what is happening in the other line.
Wow! It's my favorite, the Bindas chocolates.
My favorite as well.
Let's see how these crunchy, yummy Bindas are made in Amul chocolate plant. First, an army of crunchy wafers is placed in a proper manner over a stainless steel conveyor. While moving forward, the ready choco mix is poured on the wafers for coating. This looks so perfectly full of cinematic effect. An airflow from the top through nozzles removes the extra chocolate mix and creates a wave and dramatic effect to the bars. The same process is repeated twice for the coating. Do you know dark chocolate contains lots of antioxidants that help the cardiovascular system by reducing blood pressure?
Oh really? So you're saying chocolates keep our heart young and healthy? That's interesting. Now these bars go through a cooling tunnel to form their great texture and hardness.
So here come the cool and Bindas chocolates. Now, these go to a packing station where they are gently wrapped with a printed packing material and placed in jars and carton ready to go to customers across India.
Let's see some more Amul chocolate products.
Everyone's favorite Amul dark chocolate is also made in 40 grams packaging.
Once the dark chocolate mix is molded and cooled, these tempting bars travel over a conveyor to a packing station. But before reaching there, they have to pass the metal test. As soon as these chocolate bars reach the packing station, a machine wraps and seals these gently to cover the bars from all sides with an aluminium foil.
Also with this, a paper with labels and details cover these wrapped bars.
Though this whole process is automatic, one supervisor keeps an eye over the process. After all, machines are only subordinates to humans.
Next, these bars travel from 2 packing stations to a merging system where these merge by the gentle robotic arm into one row.
Do you know Amul dark chocolates are made in various cocoa content levels ranging from 55% to 90% so that consumers can have a wider range as per their choices.
That's fantastic! Now their next destination is to get an airtight wrapping with food-grade packing material. A colorful, attractive dark chocolate printed material is placed all around each bar by a machine and it seals and makes these airtight.
That's wonderful! Airtight packing makes the product safe, weatherproof and helps preserving it for a longer period as well.
Now these bars move to a small paper box packing station where they are automatically counted and separated in 2 bunch and 2 robotic arms in a great sync show their magic. From one end, our paper box is picked up and placed over a box forming machine which presses and makes the perfect size boxes. The packed chocolate move in a row and robotic arms pick up the bars in determined numbers and keep them in a box and forward the box ahead for gluing corners and edges.
Next, these closed and sealed boxes are randomly checked by a supervisor for their weight accuracy. Now, these boxes are placed in a carton to send them to cold storage through a lift conveyor.
Almond with chocolate? Nothing can be more exciting.
Let's see how the almond doughs are made. Best almonds are roasted and are transferred to a rotating chamber where the chocolate mix is dropped through the nozzles over these rotating almonds.
Once nicely coated and covered with a uniform thickness, these chocolate-coated almonds now taken to another chamber where a glazing agent is applied to give a shiny, glossy transformation.
What a rotational way to transform almond to Amul Almondo, a food for the brain and heart. Size should not be a hindrance for tasting dark chocolate, so Amul introduced 5-gram dark minis, which is also available in a milk variant.
Its manufacturing process is similar to 40 grams dark chocolate except for the size. Once molded in 5 gram small bars and passing the metallic test, they move forward to the packing station. These small bars are wrapped by a golden color aluminium foil by a fully automatic machine. Same time, a paper cover is placed over foil packing.
Now these minis move to 20 or 50 pieces per poly pouch packing station, where these 5-gram minis are lifted to multi-head weigher. Wow, this machine looks like a satellite orbiting in space, shining and finned.
Once the perfect numbers are counted, these bars are dropped to the lower part of the machines in a tunnel. A foam fill and seal machine forms the bag shape and fills the bars in it and seals. Now the journey starts for carton packing and finally to cold storage.
Let's see some more Amul chocolate products. Here are the Choco Minis, which are getting popular amongst the chocolate lovers. All good things come in small packets, and so do the Choco Minis. Choco mix, once placed in molds and passed through cooling chambers, gives the shape and firmness. These minis now move over a conveyor to a packing station where they are gently packed in attractive designed packing materials.
Now Choco Minis are automatically placed in small packing boxes. The rolling conveyors carry these boxes out for storage. Do you know the whole chocolate plant maintains the temperature in between 20 to 22 degrees centigrade, so each and every process is carried under cool manner?
Once the chocolate boxes come out from the plant to the anteroom, which is also a temperature-controlled area, chocolate boxes are first palletized to move to cold storage. A battery-operated small forklift takes these plates to cold storage, where another forklift places them in a designated area. After all, chocolate life is not so rosy, and when Amul makes it, it has to be the best and one that meets all quality standards.
A computer system records each and every pallet movement. Not only the making process, but chocolate storage in the temperature-controlled cold storage at 15 to 20 degrees centigrade is also very critical for maintaining the quality and texture.
It's very important that from plant to retail display, chocolates are kept under temperature-controlled environment.
Now I should test some more of your chocolate knowledge. Do you know what a person who is inordinately fond of chocolate is called?
I have no idea.
Chocoholics.
Wow, then I can say I'm a chocoholic too. Do you know cacao beans were so valuable to early Mesoamericans that they were used as currency?
Now is the time to let Amul chocoholics and lovers to experience the chocolates. Once Amul sales and marketing team requests cold storage to dispatch chocolate to various parts of India, refrigerated containers are brought in at dispatch docks.
Now the chocolate pallets are removed from the cold storage by a forklift operator and he takes it to the dispatch dock. He gently and nicely places these pallets in containers. Chocolate requires a particular temperature, humidity and moisture. Therefore, optimum transport temperature is maintained at 10 to 18 degrees Celsius in containers throughout the journey.
Every movement of container is monitored through its journey.
Now is the time for Amul chocolate to traverse the corners of the country to serve chocolate lovers waiting for it across India. Millions of chocolate lovers savor and enjoy Amul chocolates, the taste of India, in each and every corner of our country, and relish a unique and mesmerizing taste to celebrate life each and every day.